welcome to Tea Talk with C and T.
Where the tea is hot
The vibes are real.
and grown woman talk is always on the menu. Hey, what's up, y'all? We here. Fifth episode.
Episode
We made it to the
5.
fifth episode. What's
Can y'all
going
believe
on? Oh my God. How you feeling today, boo? What's going on? How you feeling?
it? It's so rainy and ugly
I
out
know.
here, but I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready to relax and rest and give me a massage. So I'm
Ooh,
just antsy, just
massage sounds
waiting.
nice. Massage
Yes.
sounds real nice. Yeah, this is definitely that kind of weather where you just want to lay up and relax. Or you just
Mm-hmm.
want to, be on the phone with your girls and get the tea. So, with
Yes,
that being
yes.
said, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Tea Talk with C and T. And for all our newcomers, if you haven't, please follow our Instagram at Tea Talk with C and T. And you can also like and subscribe on our YouTube page, Tea Talk with C and T. So let's get into today's episode. It is a good one.
What is it about, ma'am?
It is about the work spouses. You know,
Mm.
yeah, that's just
Work
my work
spouses.
hubby. It's just my work
Yeah,
husband.
yeah,
Don't mean
yeah.
nothing. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm,
So let's see.
mm-mm.
A work spouse, supposedly, the good old internet claims a work spouse it is a term used to describe a close platonic relationship with a coworker. Have you ever had a work spouse?
um, I don't think I've ever had one that I called my work husband
Okay.
specifically. Like they didn't have that title, but I think they definitely played that role.
Mhm.
Um,
Y'all did a little flirting here and there. Mm-hmm.
oh, absolutely,
Little flirting here
absolutely.
and there.
I've
He'll
said it
bring
to a
you
couple
lunch
people I
every
work
now and
with.
then. You want some snacks?
Oh, that for
I got you,
sure.
baby.
Yeah. I had one. He was older. He took me to breakfast one time. We used to go on our breaks together, like whatever. Mine was scheduled. His wasn't. So he was like a manager, so he
Oh.
can go whenever. Yeah, he wasn't my manager, but he was a manager, so he can get up and go whenever he wanted to for as long as everybody else was covered. Um, so yeah, we would go out and eat lunch like outside of the job so that nobody would see us together and
Right.
couple times we went to breakfast. It didn't go nowhere beyond that outside of work. Um, but I think he wanted it to, for sure. It just kind of never really got there.
So it didn't go far, but it went far enough, should we
It went
say.
far enough, and I was seeing
Okay.
somebody at the time, so I'm sure that they wouldn't have been okay with the. No, I know for a fact they wouldn't have been okay with it, but you know, you gotta use what you got to get what you want sometimes, and you
Did
know.
this did this person make you happy to come into work, should I say? Were you actually happy to clock into work knowing this person is there?
Um, it didn't change me wanting to come to work because work is work, but it did change how I dress for work. I will say that I
Oh,
put a little
okay.
extra effort into my appearance to go to work because normally you go to work, you go to work and that's it. You're not really caring what. You're gonna look presentable, but you're not really putting that much effort in. Yeah, I was trying to look extra hard because I wanted to look good for him, So yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Wearing earrings to work, which I never do. Just trying a little harder, I guess.
I know that's right. I
Making sure,
definitely had a
even
work
though it's
day.
work casual, making sure that it fits your body a certain way, just to catch
Right,
his eye when you
yeah,
walk away. Those kind of
yeah.
things.
Just do a
Yeah.
little razzle dazzle on the outfit here and there. Hey, yes, I understand. Trust me, I understand. I had me a little work boo too. I remember this was like back when I used to work for Target. Mind you,
Mhm.
first of all, it's sad because Target, everybody dated everybody. It was one of them type of jobs
Pretty much.
where it was just one of them type of
Pretty
jobs that
much.
somebody was always flirting with somebody, somebody was always talking to somebody, somebody was always messing with somebody. But yeah, yeah, when I used to work for Target, I definitely had me a little work boo. He was a little, little Spanish Dominican
Ooh,
dude.
don't you love it?
Yeah,
Don't you love it?
he was my little
Mm-hmm.
Dominican poppy. But did it go far? You know what? It did go far.
It went
It did.
beyond.
It went beyond the work spouse.
Mm.
I can honestly say we did go on a date. Um, we actually talked for a while too. Like we put months in. We had a nice little situationship. That was last episodes before, but yeah, we had a nice little situationship going on. But I think he was probably the only type of work boo I had, because any other job I did have after that, I was surrounded by women. So there was no there was no work boo on the workplace after Target. But yeah,
I
don't
mean,
work
I had
spouses.
work booze. I wouldn't call them work spouses though, because I definitely messed with people on the job before.
Okay.
Um, and I dated somebody that I worked with before. And I obviously, had like, friends and things like that. But like I said, that title, the work spouse, and a lot of that, no, nobody really knew we were dating. And then when they did, it wasn't like we were broadcasting it around the job. Like I think of
Right.
like a work spouse, you're walking around the job saying, "That's my wife. That's my." We didn't really do that. I mean, if they found out we were seeing each other, fine, but we weren't like broadcasting it. We weren't
Right.
usually like locking arms or nothing at work. So I think that would be my difference. But I definitely like dated a couple people, not from my current job, but from a
Mm.
job before.
Okay. So do you think there is a difference? I mean, even though we don't consider that an official tissue title, in your opinion,
Hmm.
do you consider there a difference between the work spouse and the work boo? Is there, like, certain levels to that?
Um,
Like in a, like, relationship wise, like, you could be like, you ain't the work hubby, you just the work boo. You don't have that type of privilege that the work hubby
I
got. Like,
mean, it's just like a regular relationship. The regular boo, the girlfriend, is not the same as the wife. So the wife has that higher level relationship.
right,
I think a work boo can pretty much be anybody that's like, oh, he liked me, or we messed around or whatever. But a work husband, I think it's a little different. Like I think, work husband, if it's done the way it's supposed to be done, you're really not even seeing each other in that way. You know what I'm saying? It really
right,
is genuinely platonic. But you just adore this person so much, and it's like, if I was single, you probably be that person kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like you a good person, a good man or good woman or whatever. And if I was single, for sure. But because I'm not, you could be my work husband or work wife. So yeah, it's definitely a difference for sure. Because I
Okay.
think, um, for me, it's not a difference because I don't play that either one with my man. But um, if I have to say, yes, it definitely is a difference.
Okay. All right. So
What
in your
about you?
opinion, there is the breakdown between the work boo and the work spouse. You definitely, okay. There's a difference. I mean, yeah, I
Now,
would.
who would I be more concerned
Yeah,
about? I think I'll be more concerned about the work spouse because the work spouse is somebody that I feel like you're going to bond with more. Its emotional
exactly.
ties are going to be stronger there. I mean, granted, I don't want you having no work boo that you having sex with or nothing like that either, but the
Right.
emotional ties is usually more connected with a work spouse than a boo. Boos are like little
Right.
flings, puppy love type stuff, I feel like.
That's true. Oh, the puppy love. Oh man.
Mhm.
Throwback
Mhm.
time, puppy love. That was that. That's when you was crushing hard, man. It wasn't
Oh
love, but
man.
that little,
You just knew it was though.
yeah, right.
He ain't come to school the next day. Your heart just broke.
Right. You want to text someone, call them, why? What's
Right.
wrong? Do you want me to come
Yeah.
see you? Do you need anything? Like, oh my God, the puppy love. Okay, so do you feel it's appropriate to have a work spouse.
No, absolutely not.
Flat out, no.
No, no. I just feel like that title is really sacred. Wife and husband is sacred, and I just you don't throw that around. And then, um, I see all these videos about the work husband, work wife, and I think the reason why I don't like it is because most of the time when it is being used, it's not being used appropriately. People
That's true.
are going beyond what they should be. They're touching a little too much. They're
Right.
making little nicknames for each other, and I don't need them knowing about my relationship with my real person. I don't need them to know more about you than I know about you. So I think I don't like it for that reason. I think that they get a little too close and they turn it into like they think. I think in some ways I don't know if they're delusional or if they're really just playing. But sometimes I really think that they think they are married. Like I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if it's
some
an act all
yeah,
the
you're
time. Like
right.
I think that
Some people
they get possessive and
some people tend to forget we're not really married. Like,
yeah,
blow your roll.
yeah,
Why you all on my
yeah.
neck? Like, calm down. I would definitely agree with that. I agree that I feel it's not appropriate to have a work spouse. You shouldn't have a work spouse. Does it happen? Yes. Sometimes I might even say in a delusional way it happens naturally because when you're at work and then
Mhm.
you have that person that you're naturally flirting with and then it just happens. Next thing you know, yeah, that's my boo. Like I didn't even realize it, but that's the
Mhm.
only person, like you said, you have that
Yeah.
connection with. You share certain stuff
Mhm.
with. Y'all not
See each
serious,
other
serious,
all the
but
time.
yeah, but y'all eat lunch together all the time. It's just that connection that it happened naturally. So, is it
Yeah.
appropriate? No. But it can happen.
I
It
think
can
it could
happen.
be very toxic because, like, you're playing with fire when you do that. Because
Yeah.
the one place that you are at more than your house is at work. So it's like if you're spending that much time and energy with this person, it kind of, you know what I'm saying? It competes with the time that you're spending with your real family and spouse and all that. So I think you playing with fire when you do that. You can't get that close to the coworker.
Oh, I would definitely
But
agree
I
with
guess
that.
my question for you would be: does that change if you are not in a relationship, or does it matter? Do both people have to be single? I guess because for me, like I was talking to somebody. I don't know if that man was talking to nobody, but I I know for a fact I would not be okay with my dude having a work spouse.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mm-mm.
and even if they told me, oh well, she married, I don't care.
Right.
You clearly over here with me, and well, I mean, So do it make a difference if one or both are single versus not? Does that make it any more okay or not okay?
Mm. Um. Wow. I really honestly feel like it would only be okay if both parties were single. Cause yeah, it goes back to the last thing we spoke about with respect. Um
Mhm.
I feel like, the work spouse, they might tend to overstep their boundaries and forget that y'all are
Mhm.
seriously just co-workers. Y'all are not really
Yep.
together. So I think, the whole work spouse thing, it only works out if both parties are indeed single. If one person is single and the other person is in a relationship, it's yeah, it's going to lead to some problems, I feel, because some people don't know what the work spouse term is and they go beyond that. And that could mess up a relationship. So, yeah, if you in a relationship, I don't even consider having the whole fake, work husband, work wife. It just, don't set yourself up. Don't even do it.
And,
Uh,
and then
don't
some
even do it.
people like consider like you single until you're married. So does it make a difference if you're dating someone versus married to someone? or either way, it should be a no go if you are kind of seriously involved with somebody.
Yeah, I would still say it's a no go, even if you are just talking to the person, because my thing is you're talking to that person hoping it leads to something. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not just talking to the person just to have a pen pal or just to have somebody to communicate with. You want to make sure, like, the person you're talking to is the loyal type. And if I'm talking to you, and then let's say, we end up visiting your job one day, and then I see the so-called work wife, and like you said, she's a little too friendly, a little too frisky, da da da, just because she knows, yeah, y'all talking, but y'all not together. I'm still gonna feel some type of way. My thing is, you're supposed to respect me. We're talking for a reason. Obviously, I feel this is going to go somewhere. I thought you felt this was going to go somewhere. That's why we're still talking. I don't know. We don't do the work spouse thing. You're going to respect me. I would respect you. I would appreciate the same. So yeah, I feel even if you are talking to somebody, you shouldn't even consider the whole work spouse, fake husband, fake wife thing. That's just it's a respect thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Somebody's gonna get hurt. I guarantee you. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Absolutely. And it might be physically hurt, dependent, because
Right.
baby,
Right. Exactly.
let me come up in that job and see her touching on you the wrong way. I'm gonna catch her on her break.
Right. And I actually glad you said that because like the next question was, are work spouses are work spouses emotional affairs? And the internet, the good old net basically said that these relationships can easily turn into affairs, leading to
Mhm.
both emotional and physical infidelity. Respect.
Mhm.
It's all about a respect
Yeah.
thing. Like that's why we
Um.
say, if you're in a relationship, I definitely wouldn't consider doing the whole work spouse thing because it can lead to a more serious
Mhm.
affair if you're not careful.
Absolutely.
And
I
if
mean,
you
if
know,
it's done the way it's intended to be, then
right,
it wouldn't because you're not sharing intimate things with this person. You're not touching on this person. You're not really spending quality individual time with this person. Y'all might be out of group setting with the rest of the employees, and okay, that's my work husband. So he might share his oh, I didn't want my other half of my time. Well, here you go, kind of thing. But as far as like spending that time outside of the job or even on your breaks and lunches. And I guess for me, I would probably have to clarify what a work spouse does and doesn't do because I know I've seen it in action a couple times. One of them that I saw, the chick was bringing food like to the job, like packing lunches and bringing it to the job for the guy. And I knew for a fact that the guy was engaged to be married. Whether she was with somebody, I don't know, but I do
mhm.
know that they're turned into an affair, a real affair,
Wow, see,
physical affair. Um, so I have a story about that too, though. So guy I was dating, came to my house with food, but he didn't get it from another chick. He got it from somebody else. So scenario: guy is married, chick at work brings him a plate.
right,
Whether she had a crush on him or whether they're doing this work spouse, I don't know the dynamics there. But brought him a plate of food.
okay,
Of course, he can't take it home because he's married.
of course,
Because then they're gonna want to know where'd you get this food from. So gave it to guy I'm dating. Guy I'm
okay,
dating brings it to my house and starts eating it. So I guess for me, it's like it's a couple things there that bother me because it's like clearly the first guy knew it was a wrong dynamic going on already
right,
because he didn't reject the food. He took the food, but he knew doggone well he couldn't take it home. So he knew right then and there they were already crossing the boundary,
right,
and he probably should have shut it down. Did not do it. Now, whether they got something going on the side, I don't believe so from what I know, but I'm not there, so I don't know. And
right,
then for me, So you think it's okay for you to eat the food? Like I know she ain't give it to you, but like you think I
Yeah.
want you at my house eating food another chick gave you? Like so I was like, do I get upset about this? Do I not? Like like this ain't your work fault. This is work fault. We give you food. What's the problem?
That's
Like
what he figured. He's like, man, don't let this food go to waste. Let me help you out.
and
Like,
that's what it was. That's exactly what he said. He said, "Look, I'm not about to let no good food go to waste." It was like a holiday, so it was holiday food. I feel that because I love me some good barbecue, so I get it. But I'm like, so then you don't even know the chick though, because he didn't work with them. So I'm like, you don't even know the chick. How do you know her food
yeah,
is good? How
not
do you know
trying to
she's
be funny.
clean?
I mean,
Like,
like you said, you don't know the dynamic of that relationship. She could have did something to that food. Like,
I mean, I'm telling you, trying to make him fall in love. They be joking when they talk about red sauces and all
right,
this stuff. See,
right. He
and
better
here
be
you
careful
go.
with
Now you
that.
didn't ate the voodoo. Right. You didn't ate the voodoo. Now you in love with her. Now I gotta hurt her. You see what I'm saying? Like I mean
Man, listen, you got to be careful with that. You got to be
man.
careful. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. See,
Yeah, I don't play
okay.
them games though, honey.
Okay, see that. Okay, so it's like everything is leading up to it because, like, okay, for you, let me ask you. Let me see if you get it. How common do you think? How common are workplace affairs, like percentage wise?
Legit affairs, actual affairs. Pretty high. Definitely high. 80%.
Oh, what? Dang! She's like 80%. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if it was, but shockingly, it's only 60%. It says over
Hmm.
60%, over 60% of employees have had at least one workplace romance. So that's actually
Okay.
shocking because I would have went with you with the whole 80%, especially depending on the type of
Hmm.
company that you work at, and you know that people be doing some things at that job. So
Listen.
yeah, it's only 60%, but that also leads into the other question where, like you said, the other question is it cheating if you have a work spouse? And majority of the people on Google and majority of the people on Reddit basically say it's not cheating unless it involves romantic or sexual activity. My thing is it's cheating if you're in a relationship. Period. I'm sorry. I don't know why they say, you know, having a work spouse is not cheating because there's no romantic and sexual activity. But my thing is like you said, a work spouse, you share certain things. You do the whole it's not pillow talking, but it's work talking that I'm pretty sure you're sharing certain
Hmm.
things with that person that you're not sharing with your significant other.
Hmm. And
So
the touching, tickling, and
yeah.
chasing, and grabbing booties, and I mean, I don't know if that's really be happening, but
It's not
like the
sexual, but
touching, that's
it's
still
physical.
disrespectful.
There shouldn't have to be no
Yeah,
physical
it's
type of touching.
physical.
Yeah, it's
Mm-mm.
I don't. Yeah,
Even words. Like it don't have to, like you said, it don't have to necessarily get to a sexual point. But there's certain things you don't say to somebody else either. When you like, I don't want my man texting inappropriate things to other women if we're dating either. So the
absolutely.
same concept applies to out loud. If you got a work spouse or whatever, and you flirt with her saying, "Girl, you know you looking good in them jeans." Excuse me, what? I'm sorry, who? You
Right.
know, like I'm supposed to be okay with that because that's just your work spouse. I don't care about that. You look at her butt, you look at it in private. I know men gonna look at booties. It happens.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But
we ain't stupid. We know you look, but dang, have
right.
the respect to not make it known that you looking. Like, come on now.
Yeah, because you're making it known to her that you're looking, which is an
Right.
event. That's
Right.
an event for other things. Because what if she says, "Boy, what you gonna do with this?" or something like that? Then what? Y'all gonna keep this little game up back and forth? You know what that's gonna turn into. No, don't even open up that door. Mm-mm. I don't go for it.
Exactly.
I'm just telling you now.
I was
Again, a lot of
yeah.
these things happened back in the
Right.
day.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't. That whole work spouse thing, I mean, like we can honestly say we definitely did grow up because back then, high
yeah,
school us, maybe even college us, yeah, we did the whole work spouse thing. We loved the whole work hubby, work wife. Yeah, I was definitely
it was
somebody's work.
cute.
I was
It
work
was
wife.
something cute to do.
Yeah, it was something
Yeah,
cute
it
to
was
do.
cute.
But now that we grown, it's like,
And you get your little free snacks and stuff sometimes. Like I was highly
hey,
favored. So he'd come in and
exactly.
be like, I know she's like these Canada Dry ginger ales. I'm about to bring her one. Oh, I'm about to stop at the restaurant, but I know she's probably hungry. Let me grab her something. Like you get those nice little perks too. So it had its advantages, and like you said, it was a cute little thing, just like those cute little nicknames and stuff. It's cute, but when you in a relationship, that ain't cute. Like it's still cheating. It's inappropriate interaction with
Yes,
another person. I
yes.
think that's included in cheating. Inappropriate interaction. It doesn't have to be sexual, romantic, intimate. None of that. It's inappropriate. I think that's a better term. Inappropriate.
Right, right. It's yes, yes, definitely. And it's like you say, it's respecting and appropriate behavior. It's um how you talk to each other. Like
Mhm.
I'll give you an example that kind of I mean it's a little thing, but to me it was a big thing. Me and my child's father. We're still close and we're still close to the point where where we are a loving family. We have a whole child
Mhm.
together. So at one point we went away, on a family trip and whatnot, and he was talking to I guess one of his female coworkers that I guess he considered a work boo and whatnot. And she basically asked him like, "How you doing?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm going away, with my son and whatnot." And then she was like, "Oh, cool, ha ha ha. Tell my stepson I said okay. I mean, tell my stepson I said hello." I felt some type of way about that because I'm like, first of all, I'm not out the picture. So why stepson,
Right.
we're not
Right.
we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Like, and of course, my child's father, he laughed it off, like, ha ha, you funny, huh?
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I understand you laughed it off, but it's also a respect thing. Let her know, like, no, my baby mother not going for that. It's
Right.
a respect
Right.
thing. She not out the picture. She
Yeah.
not going nowhere. You nobody's
Mhm.
stepmama, sweetie. So I don't care who.
Exactly. Like
I
you
don't.
can laugh it off at the moment in the moment to avoid awkwardness, but it definitely needs to be addressed because if you accept that the first time, she's gonna continue to do it. She's gonna assume that it's
Yeah.
okay, and then I mean, my thing is this: she's saying that, but now it's gonna make me question: is there something behind that? Is it truth
Right.
behind that?
Like
Have you
why
been
why
around
does
my
she feel
son?
so
Have you?
comfortable with calling herself the stepmother? What y'all
Right.
been talking about that she feels real comfortable
Mhm.
calling herself the
Mhm.
stepmother, whether she's joking or not? That's just I don't play
Nah.
around with that.
Nah.
No, no.
Mm-mm.
No, no. Yeah, them work spouse relationships will definitely cause issues. And that's why that was like one of the bullet points for a major topic was like what are the dangers of work spouses, and one of the bullet points was the emotional and intimacy can become intense, which is we know, especially if you wear your heart on your sleeve. Someone like me, I definitely know I wear my
Mhm.
heart on my sleeve, so I can't fake the funk.
Absolutely.
I definitely know. It could be fake emotions turning into real emotions, turning into real feelings, and then we just gonna have to have that conversation. Like, yo, I'm tired of having a fake relationship. What are we doing? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
definitely the dangers of it. Another one was the physical and emotional connection can turn sexual. You practically gave us an
Mhm.
example with your coworker, with the coworker bringing him lunch, and then it's turning into a fair, and it's like it's just I
Mhm.
don't know. And then
Because I'm
um,
sure I think how that one happened after she brought him to lunch.
mhm.
She like invited him to her house for dinner or something like that. Like that's how it got closer. And it's just like, okay, well she brought me food to the job, it ain't nothing. And then I guess I'm assuming that's kind of how it happened. She said she had been around his daughter before, but she had never obviously been in his house because he lived with his fiance. So he was doing all his dealings there, and she knew
Oh
about the fiance
no,
too.
yeah, see, yeah, nope,
Mhm.
time
Mhm.
out, flag on the play. You bringing my kid around another count your
Yeah,
blessings.
girl. I'm
Count
telling
your
you, couch
blessings. Oh, that's
girl.
the
Um,
ultimate disrespect.
oh, I was waiting on it. I said, Lord, if that woman come up to this job, and he worked with me, like we all worked in the same company but different like areas, and he actually worked where I worked at. So that's how I knew all this stuff because I was
Right.
watching it play out in front of me, and I'm like, but me and him just had a conversation. I could swear he was engaged. Okay. So then
Oh
time went
my
by. I said maybe
lord.
some stuff happened. Maybe mind my business. But maybe they broke up or something. And then I feel like maybe some weeks, couple weeks had passed, and he like asked me to give him a ride to go pick up his fiance car because he took it to the shop like not far from the job.
Right.
So he drove it there and then walked going. But he was like, if you don't mind. And I'm like, okay. But in my head, I'm
You're not
like,
even
so she
thinking,
is still around. I'm coming for you. Like, she ain't gonna think I'm the chick bringing you the food, is she? Because she ain't about to come
right.
back. My
Oh
tires.
my
Follow me home.
gosh. Oh
Yeah,
no.
girl.
See? The work spouses is dangerous.
I
And
was
then
so waiting on that. I had my little popcorn ready, but she ain't never
r-
come up there. I was like,
right.
dang.
Right.
I just
See, you
knew it.
gotta be
So let me
careful. You gotta be careful. And you don't know
Mhm.
what the other person is capable of. You don't know what the other person is thinking. That's why that last bullet
Mhm.
point was definitely a big, big major danger point. Um the spouse may start to fantasize about a different life. You said that. You was like the person
Mhm.
may start to think the relationship is real and it's not. Next thing you know, you got some fatal attraction stuff going down because y'all want to have a work relationship,
Yep.
a fake work relationship. It developed into something that you didn't feel was going to happen, but the other person is just like, nah, my man, my man, my man. Like
Mhm.
they just,
And all you did was laugh it off, and then it got to
yeah,
this point, and now you came back out of it because you never corrected this girl. But you know what I'm saying? So now you caught in the middle.
right. Now you definitely caught in the middle. See, that just don't work spots is dangerous. It's dangerous, especially if
Dangerous.
you
I'm
in
telling
a
you, dangerous for your life.
relationship.
Mhm.
If you're in a
It's
relationship,
dangerous
just
for
don't do
your
it.
life.
Yeah, don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
If you're in a relationship, don't do it. Don't think about it. Don't. It ain't worth it because I'm telling you,
Or if y'all gonna do
somebody
it,
is
just
gonna get
don't
hurt.
don't be in a relationship with me and her, because I'm telling you now.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
So it's gonna get real hurt.
Somebody
So
gonna
try
get
that.
hurt.
You find you something safe to do. I'm telling you, or try that with somebody else's daughter, because it ain't gonna be my mama's daughter. It ain't gonna be.
Right, right, right. Oh my gosh. So,
Mm-mm.
before we get out of here, though, did we get any responses for our question? I know you said certain people they did respond. Um,
Yes.
off the top of your head, do you know do they agree with the whole work spouse thing? Do they feel work spouses is a problem? Have they been in a work spouse situationship? Off the top of your dome,
Yes.
have certain
One person
people?
particularly said that they did do it. Most people said they did not have one,
Okay,
but I did have one person say they had one, and they said it definitely turned into more.
okay,
The ones that were not that did not have it, some of the answers I got was that it's not the same. A work spouse and a friendship are not the same thing. You can
okay,
be a friend and not, have those kind of ties. So, and then one person also said that, um, I'm trying to think, it was one more, that I thought stood out. Um, I can't think what it was. It was another one that kind of stuck out to me, but the consensus to me was that, and they could be lying, but I don't see why they would. But most of them said that they had not had one,
okay,
um, but they all seem to think that it could potentially turn into more, or
okay.
if you are in one, it likely is already more. So they didn't buy the whole work spouse thing as being a work spouse. Like they automatically assumed it was something
Mm,
beyond that.
okay. Okay. Look at y'all. See?
Hmm.
Oh, thank you guys for
I'm
answering
proud of
us.
y'all. I'm so proud of y'all for that. Now,
Right?
if y'all tell the truth, then I'm proud of y'all. But if y'all lying,
Aw, y'all spilling
yeah,
the tea with
we got
us.
some good followers. They
We
cool.
do. Y'all really love us. We really love y'all. So yes, yes. Before we get out of here, though, we have a special spotlight. A good friend of mine. Her name is Annie. She is also a self-taught nail artist. She started during the pandemic, of course. That's when most of us did our whole talents and certifications and stuff. When our nail shops had shut down and we was missing the nail shops.
He had
Yes.
to learn how to do this.
Yeah, she decided to be a self-taught nail artist. She does soft
Nice.
gel extensions. She's home based. I believe she's located out in Brooklyn. So sorry guys, but if you're in New York, you can see her. If you're not, sorry, but yes, she's out in Brooklyn. She's self-taught. I will leave her IG page down below and also up here in the video. You can follow her on IG at underscore Annie's Nails. And that is our special spotlight for tonight. We want to thank you guys for listening. We want to thank you guys for responding to us. Special spotlight to you guys as well, our followers. Again, you could follow our IG page at Tea Talk with CNT and also like,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe, and like C said the other day, well, the other week, hit that bell on the YouTube to let us know that you are following us and to let us know that you are watching our videos. You can follow me personally on IG at Istate Vibe.
And A1 Beauty Cameo on Instagram. And make sure y'all give us feedback. We like the responses to the polls. Keep them coming. Make sure y'all give us more feedback on what you would like to see on the channel, how we're doing. If y'all still tuning in, I guess we're doing good, but we ain't heard nothing. So if it's something we
Yes.
need to adjust, let us know because we new at this. But thank y'all for following us. Thank you for sticking it out with us so far.
Yes, yes, and there's definitely going to be more to come. We're going to have some fun. Summer is
Hmm.
coming.
Yes,
Yes, summer's
yes.
coming. Somebody's birthday is coming. Yeah. So yeah, definitely
Yeah.
be definitely be on the lookout, you guys, for more and exciting, new podcasts coming up. And thank you guys for listening. Mwah. We love you.